Let's talk about the 18 signs that your body is deficient in key nutrients. The mistake people make is they end up treating the sign or the symptom and not the underlying cause. But we're going to talk about both. Starting with number 1, skin tags. These little skin tags are benign, but they're indicators of something deeper. This is a classic blood sugar issue. It's either the person is a pre-diabetic or they're an actual diabetic. The best test is called A1C, which gives you an average of blood sugars for 3 months. If your A1C is above 5.7, that's pre-diabetes. You can actually reverse diabetes by reducing your carbohydrates like sugars and starches and increasing high-quality protein from meat. Research indicates that you can reverse type 2 diabetes in less than 10 weeks. Number 2, itchy private parts, or you just itch somewhere in your body, especially at night. You have too much fungus overgrowing on the surface of your skin. This usually comes from either taking antibiotics or a person that takes steroids, because then you wipe out the good bacteria that control the fungus. Because fungus, candida, and yeast love sugar, guess what you're going to crave? Sugar. The best strategy to get rid of it is to completely starve these microorganisms. Just as a side note to itchiness, vitamin D can greatly help your immune system and also help reduce itching. Number 3, nighttime restlessness. I'm talking about mainly your legs, called restless leg syndrome, feeling like they just can't relax, burning, achiness. All of those symptoms are symptoms of too much lactic acid because you're missing a really key nutrient called vitamin B1, thiamine. This is the nutrient that allows you to burn up fuel and prevents the buildup of lactic acid. Anytime you take B1, you also need magnesium because that's a helper mineral to make B1 work. What causes a B1 deficiency? Too many carbohydrates and sugars. As you see, this is a common theme. Number 4, tingling, numbness in your toes or your bottom of your foot. This is a nerve problem. These nerve problems occur in the ends of your extremities, your hands and your feet. You see this a lot in diabetics because in diabetes, you're consuming too many carbs, which deplete B vitamins, specifically B1. To correct this, you want to take a very specific type of B1 called benfotiamine. I would take just 1 4 times a day, and you're going to see relief like you've never seen before very quickly. Number 5, bleeding gums. That's a vitamin C deficiency. If you take a look at an advanced severe form of vitamin C, which is called scurvy, one thing that blocks the absorption of vitamin C is sugar. So everything's kind of coming back to that sugar. You need vitamin C to make collagen to keep the capillaries really nice and strong. But I wouldn't take the synthetic form ascorbic acid. I would take a whole food vitamin C complex or consume foods high in vitamin C. Bell pepper, kiwis, lemons, limes, things like that. Number 6, chronic cough. This is usually a calcium deficiency or acid coming up your esophagus, reaching the throat around the vocal cords. So you have to be able to differentiate the two. How do you do that? If you have digestive issues or maybe heartburn or it burns in your esophagus, think more acid reflux, in which case you need to consume more salt. You can take a remedy called betaine hydrochloride that fixes acid reflux pretty quickly. If you don't have digestive issues, and this is just kind of like a spasm and irritation, some calcium would go a long way. I like to get my calcium not from a supplement, but from a high quality cheese, so you can try that. A lot of children that have coughing need a little bit of calcium, or even if they have a fever, taking calcium is the fastest way to get rid of it. It really helps them. Number 7, carpal tunnel syndrome, pain or swelling in your wrists. This is a vitamin B6 deficiency. B6 is needed to help reduce swelling. It's also needed to make the protection around the nerve. This is probably why even like a lot of pregnant women get carpal tunnel syndrome, because they run out of B6. They also become nauseated. So you have the feeling of nauseousness and carpal tunnel syndrome. Think B6. The type of B6 that I would recommend would be something called P5P. Number 8, brittle nails. This is a classic biotin deficiency. If you don't have enough biotin, oh my gosh, the nails just kind of break very easily. Just take a little biotin to help that. Number 9, if you run on the cold side, especially your feet or hands, I would recommend iodine in the form of sea kelp. You can get iodine from shellfish as well. Number 10, this includes a lot of different problems that occur in the early morning. Cramps in your legs, migraine headaches, and even chest pain as a potential heart attack. These are all magnesium deficiency symptoms. The big question is, why would it happen more in the early morning? Well, that's because magnesium is on a circadian wave or rhythm, and the lowest point with magnesium occurs in the early morning. The real simple solution is to take magnesium glycinate before you go to sleep. It'll help you sleep. Number 11, ulcers or gastritis. Think zinc deficiency. And the best form of zinc for this condition is zinc carnosine. This type of zinc helps heal wounds. All right, next one is a nosebleed. This can happen if you have high blood pressure, but it can also happen if you're deficient in vitamin K1, because vitamin K1 is all about preventing bleeding. It helps you clot, but also the vitamin C deficiency can create a bleeding nose as well. All right, next one is chest pain, or pain down the left arm, or pain in the left shoulder that's related to the heart. This usually is a vitamin E deficiency. If you look at literally every single mountain peak where you have mountain climbers, you'll find empty bottles of vitamin E. The vitamin E deficiency will lower your oxygen carrying capacity, especially in the heart. Also, it allows you to breathe better at high altitudes. The best vitamin E to take if you have those symptoms would be something called tocotrienols. Number 14, those little raised little bumps in the back of your arms. This is a classic vitamin A deficiency called retinol. And you can only find that in animal products. It's in liver, it's in egg yolks, it's in cheese. But you're not going to be able to correct this by eating more carrots or spinach with the so-called vitamin A. Cod liver oil will give you vitamin A as well. 15, if you're deficient in sodium, you're going to feel fatigued, you're going to have insomnia, and you're also going to have weak muscles. If you have any of those symptoms, just up your salt, and it works like magic. 16, decreased libido is a classic zinc deficiency. I would recommend taking 50 milligrams, maybe a few times a day. And once your low libido is handled, then you can start reducing it from there. All right, next one is dry, scaly skin. This means the person has too much omega-6 fats and not enough omega-3 fats. They're consuming a lot of seed oils, but not enough fish oils. Some of the best source of omega-3 is from cod liver oil or fish oil, or sardines, salmon. Get it wild caught. Number 18, the little white dots on your nail. That's a classic zinc deficiency. One of the key things that deplete zinc is sugar. I think I've talked about that before. If you want to correct this, you have to also correct your diet as well, or it's going to keep coming back. Now that you know the cause-effect relationship between